All right, welcome back. Time for that discussion with the CS of Cooperative and MSMEs Development. This is Wycliffe Oparanya, and we look at a raft of issues regarding what is happening with the coffee sector reform. Also, we shall be looking at the cooperative bill that is 2024 also that has gone to the Senate, and we'll want to maybe tease out one or two issues from that particular bill as well with the CS. We shall be looking also at the Nyota program. By the way, the disbursement will be happening on June the 30th. And I just want to extend a hearty welcome again to the CS of the Cooperative and MSMEs Development. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you very
Fresh
much.
from Kirinyaga?
Yes, fresh.
Yes, how was it?
Very okay. Well attended. Very impressive.
Yes?
Yeah.
And I saw now this is the coffee sector revitalization program that has been launched.
Yes.
Would you kindly just tell us, yes, what does it really entail?
As you are aware that coffee has been a very important crop for this country
Yes.
since independence. And the early years of after independence,
Yes.
Kenya was actually among the top producers of coffee in Africa.
Yes.
But unfortunately, issues came in, challenges came in, and now Kenya dropped. We are at number 5
Yes.
from number 2. After we used to be after Ethiopia. Ethiopia is still the leading,
Yes.
and we are now number 5. Our neighbors, Uganda, took over. Tanzania took over. Cote d'Ivoire is number 4, and now we are number 5. And at the moment, Uganda is the leading exporter of coffee in Africa, although Ethiopia is the leading producer.
Yes.
But in Ethiopia, half of the coffee is consumed locally, while in Uganda, local consumption is low, so they are leading in export, although they are the second producer. So the president thought it wise that this is a key crop for this country. And in 2024, while addressing the National Assembly,
Yes.
he announced that his government will now initiate program to make sure that in 3 years, we move from where we are at 50,000 metric tons to 150 metric tons. And that's why the ministry sat down. I sat down with my colleagues in the ministry, and we came out with strategies of how this can be achieved. Mainly, we looked at the challenges that are there, and one of the challenges is low productivity within the sector, because the national average is 2 kilos per bush. You can imagine. While if you go to Uganda, the average is over 30. If you go to Ethiopia, the average is also above 30. So that is one area we have to address. Secondly, the coffee growing areas like Mount Kenya region.
Yes.
Most of the crop had aged, very aged. Some of the crops were before independence and is still there. So it is, the production definitely has gone down. Whether you put manure, it will be very difficult to revive it. And then we found we didn't have proper extension
Yes.
officers. There are no proper reforms, mismanagement in cooperatives. And these are the issues that we have now been addressing as the ministry. We are grateful that we got allocation from the government through the treasury, and we started the program. So we have been moving on, and today was the launch.
Today was the launch.
Yeah.
Just tell me again, because this also is a bit confusing when we have the launch of the revitalization program. What really happened also to the coffee subsector reform implementation standing committee? Because there was this task force that was put by the president, and again we had it now from the executive, it went to the deputy president's office.
Yeah.
It seems to be lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. I think there was reforms that that was started by the former president.
Yes.
In 2016.
Okay.
And those reforms were going on until when you came in 2014. That committee has been inactive, but what they did, they handed over a report, which now we are implementing. Still, the reforms are still under the office of the Deputy President. So it's the one steering. But the other committee, I think its work ended. And they handed over there.
There was an official handover?
Yeah, they had handed over before I came in, so I assumed.
Okay.
And
you seem to have missed that particular handover.
My predecessor was the one that was chairing the interministerial committee on reforms. So when I came in, I just took over, under the direction of the Deputy President.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe if we just clear up on the coffee sector bit again, I think there has been a very salutary effort, good salutary effort coming from the government with these reforms. We can see it bearing fruit, just as we see the launch happening in Kirinyaga. We saw the prices of coffee doing remarkably well.
Yes.
So Kirinyaga also, the profits that they accrued, 500 million shillings after all the expenses are done. I think that's very good to really show that the gesture that was coming from government is working finally. But the question is, again, there is a bugbear and fears regarding the direct settle system, also being interfered with. This was the reforms that I think this previous particular task force actually worked hard to make sure that there is a direct settlement system. Is there any intrusion also with the new Coffee Act to try and do away with the direct settle system? Briefly.
Let me tell you that direct settlement system is one of the best reforms that has come through within the coffee sector. And I think everybody accepts that. The only issue that has been a problem, and that's why some cooperatives have gone to court, is that they do not want 80% of the coffee sales to go direct to the farmer. Because there was a proposal that because of the mismanagement within the cooperative, some of the cooperatives, farmers' money after the sales are released to them, but they take time to release the money to the farmer. That is one. Secondly, they take a big chunk out of it and retain it at the cooperative level. Thirdly, these cooperatives take unnecessary loans. Unnecessary loans, and those loans are loaded to the farmer. So when this money comes in, then they deduct this money to pay these unnecessary loans. And that's been the contentious issues. So the government, through the reforms, it proposed that as soon as there is coffee auction at the coffee exchange, and now through the coffee exchange, the buyer of the coffee is bound to pay within 5 days. So after paying within 5 days, the money will go direct to the farmer, 80% and 20% to the cooperative. But this the issue now that they are saying no, and they have gone to court on that. But the government is ready to implement that because other regions like Kisii, cooperatives in the coffee sector are saying, they are ready to receive the 80 direct and the 20 to go to the cooperative. Kirinyaga has experimented this, and you find that what they get from the coffee exchange, actually about 93% of it is dispersed to the farmer. They only remain with 7%. So Kirinyaga is one of the best examples where reforms are really taken up. And that's why maybe the president decided that we have the meeting we have had there.
To launch it in Kirinyaga as well. So we've seen also the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Cooperatives dealing with the same issues as well. So there's a towing and froing of the same issue between these particular two ministries. So according to the Coffee Matters, on which jurisdiction does your ministry lie, and where does the Agriculture Ministry come in? I think there's a bit of ambiguity we do not really understand.
Yes. You know, coffee is grown by smallholders. And smallholders, because of the high expenses involved in coffee production and in processing, they have to come together. So that is coming together is what is called cooperatives. They cooperate together for economies of scale. So you'll find that 80% of the coffee is produced by cooperatives. 80%. It's only 20% which is produced by estate. And estates are those people who have 20 acres plus. Those who can now manage to buy their own machinery, pulping machines, be able to process and dry and so on. The rest are those small-scale farmers who have 1 acre, 2 acres, half acre, quarter acre, who come together. So where it starts that the Minister of Agriculture starts to produce seeds. As soon as it produces seeds, it gives these seeds to cooperatives to develop into seedlings. And that's where now I start off. The coffee ministry, the Ministry of Agriculture comes in also to make sure that the diseases are taken care of. So we cooperate on that. They also come in to provide fertilizer to the coffee farmers. So we cooperate on that. Now, after harvesting, the coffee is aggregated in cooperatives. So that is the process of the Ministry of Cooperatives. So it's aggregated, processed, and now it is marketed. Marketed through the cooperative. So the cooperative takes there from picking up now to marketing.
All right. So we've had the promissory note. Of course, now with the Coffee Act, we have the new coffee board that will be formulated. We have the Coffee Training and Research Institute as well that will be set up.
The coffee
tell us more about?
The coffee board will be the regulator. Regulator the sector, the coffee sector. And the coffee training will train the manpower and also carry out research.
So this will be domiciled
in the Ministry of Agriculture.
Ministry of Agriculture and the Training Institute as well.
Okay.
Let's now just turn the crack a bit because of time, and we discuss also the cooperative bill that I think now has gone to the Senate as it stands right now, and we're eagerly awaiting to see what will be the outcome of that. It's currently under mediation, isn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we wanted just to talk about it briefly, the provisions inside there, especially issues of governance. First of all, I don't know, was it 2 months ago you issue a stern warning to the SACCOs regarding the deregistration, right?
Yes.
And you'd given a 21-day notice. I don't know if that really lapsed or there was to be a gazettement. Maybe you can update us on that particular issue briefly.
You know, one of the issues, and I said at the beginning, one of the issues that we had in the coffee sector was mismanagement within the cooperatives societies. Mismanagement was the critical factor. And because of this mismanagement, we had to come up with the cooperative bill. Cooperative bill has been in Parliament for 15 years. Comes at the end, then it lapses. It comes at the end, it lapses.
We have the new cycle of
So when
of every parliamentary 12th parliament gets lost also.
But this year when we came in, we made sure that this cooperative bill must go through, because this is a sector that had so many other players, so many cartels, and some of the cartels, when they knew that the bill was not favoring them, then they could interfere with it here and there. But this time I think we are focused. It has gone through the National Assembly, it has gone through the Senate. It's at the mediation stage. And the mediation stage, it must be finalized within 30 days. We are hopeful that within 30 days, next month, we'll be having a bill already signed by the President. It will be an act of Parliament. And this bill tries to now address some of those issues I've told you,
Okay.
especially on governance.
Yes.
Governance areas, strict controls, giving more powers to Commission of Cooperatives, and also aligning functions clearly between the national government and the county government, because there has been sometimes conflict, and the fact that it is clear in the constitution that cooperatives are devolved, but it was realized later that it will be difficult to devolve all of it, especially now when you look at the coffee sector. Because if you devolve everything for coffee, then, and coffee is sold in the international market, it becomes an issue. So you need some coordination arm at the national level.
So attached also with the issue of governance is the extension of
governance issue.
We had a long tenure of the leaders there. So there's a one-term, two-term limit that is coming also.
One term, and then the two houses came out with the two different versions. The Senate saying no term limit. The National Assembly saying term limit, 2 terms, and then you have to go for elections. They set up also qualifications for the directors so that they have some minimum education of at least Form 4. These are some of the issues. And these are some of the issues that the two houses came up with different views. And this is part of the mediation issues that now they are going to look at.
And of course, now longevity of, I think, of leadership also contributes largely to, the governance issue that we're really talking about.
That's what they were doing. But we also feel supervision is very critical. We have to strengthen the office of the Commissioner of Cooperative.
Yes.
To make sure that there is proper supervision, and also SASRA as a regulator of SACCOs, must also have its mandate expanded and have some teeth to make sure that they reign on SACCOs.
So where does Cusco come within your remit as well? I know there's the regulator, there's Cusco, which is just managing the affairs of all the SACCOs as well. But in terms of oversight, and what we actually saw Cusco happening just recently, we are all aware of the pilfering, the money that really went down the tubes as well. Who then do they? You see,
Cusco.
Do they
Cusco
respond?
Is a secondary.
Yes.
It's a secondary SACCO, in the sense that SACCOs came together and developed a central liquidity facility through Cusco, where they could put their money, and those SACCOs that was experiencing liquidity problem could go tap into that facility and address their liquidity issues. Unfortunately, when Cusco was started, it was not put under the supervision of SASRA. Intentional. I think that was intentional. It was not put, so it was operating as an independent organization. But it's actually just a SACCO. It's only that it's secondary. It's putting the other and it's dealing with the resources of other SACCOs. And because that supervision aspect was not there, those who were entrusted to run it, they were then accused of mismanagement. And I think that issue is in court, of which I will not comment beyond that.
We're not really commenting about it, looking at because of sub judice. But I wanted just to ask Bonacia still on it. Yes, since we've had that particular lesson, because we cannot just let it also just we gloss over it and let it go. What immediate action has been taken moving forward? Now, waiting even this determination from the court, I think from your ministry, there has to be a response.
The government and my predecessor came up and appointed a committee to overlook the affairs, to oversee the affairs of Cusco. And when their term expired, I extended their term. What we are looking at is, as now the new the SACCO amendment bill is coming up, is supporting the cooperative bill at the same time. As soon as they are enacted, there are proposals within those two laws that now will establish a central liquidity facility. So as a government, we have to make a decision. Do we reform Cusco or we let it go and start a new one? That is a decision that the government will have to make. But now it has been taken as an official issue, so that it will now be in the Act, in the SACCO Societies Act, that there will be a central liquidity supervised by the regulator. Yeah.
All right. Central liquidity. I want us also to talk about the depositors guarantees fund that will be operationalized when we have this particular act or the bill really coming into place.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, how will that work out practically? Because also people have been raising questions around it. So will we not be having guarantors from your SACCOs, or this will be a precept now of this particular fund? People have been wondering as well, are we taking also money from our SACCOs and depositing, with the deposit...
Now, the Post-Protection Fund is supposed to, as it says, it is supposed to protect depositors. In that, we have seen SACCOs that have gone under. As a SACCO goes under, and quite a number have gone under, the depositors have lost their money. They do not get their refunds because there are liquidity issues. They may be because of the mismanagement that has happened. Now, we are saying that these innocent people who have deposited their money, like banks, they should not lose their money. And that's why we are creating a deposit protection fund for them, so that if you are a member of a cooperative, for example, and you had 500,000 there, immediately the SACCO goes under. This fund should be able to refund you up to 500,000, so that now you recover your money. But if you are beyond 500, for example, you are 800, then the 300 now will be addressed through the liquidation process. So that is what we are doing. So that this, and we found out that most of those people who have saved in the SACCOs, their balances, deposits 100, majority of them, 75% is 100 and below. So which means if we set the bar at 500, then most of them will be given their money, so that they don't lose out. Because some of these small people struggle to save this money.
Thank you.
So they need the money.
All right, thank you.
And this fund, the SACCOs themselves, like what happens in bank, the protection fund, they will contribute a percentage into this fund.
All right, thank you, thank you. I think I'm just remaining with 2 minutes, and I'll be remiss if I don't really ask you about the Nyota Fund, where you'll be having that disbursement happening on June 30th, just as I mentioned in the intro. I would like to know, first of all, how this will work out, because previously you were doing it in phases, all right? I had also the PS saying that this will be done in one fell swoop, one day. Can you just give us an update of that and what will be happening? The training that has been...
You are aware we had about 15 meetings. Dispersing the Nyota funds, and the Nyota fund was being given to youth as young entrepreneurs to do business. So the first tranche were given 22,000 and 3,000 for savings, and then the next tranche has been outstanding. So the government has already mobilized funds, 3.2 billion, to be paid at a go, because we feel we have no time also to go around. So we are bringing everybody in Nairobi. But from other regions, we shall take a small number, maybe 5 or 6 from each ward. But in Nairobi, we shall be covering the entire team, because this will be the host. So this particular exercise was to be there on 27th and not 30th, 27th of this month. And because of some logistics problem, it has now been postponed.
It has been postponed?
Yeah, we are going to have it between 1st and 8th. But a new date will be announced depending on the availability of His Excellency the President. So we have also assessed the impact of the first disbursement and found out the impact is so great. 97% of the youth who are given this money are doing one business or the other. So, and you can see now we are expecting a majority of them are coming for the second tranche. Of course, few of them disappeared, 3%, which is negligible. And our aim was that if we achieve 75%, that will be a success story. So that's where we are.
Fantastic, fantastic. Bonacius, thank you very much. But I'll be remiss if I don't ask you about your budgetary constraints, because I saw you also before the parliamentary committee, raising frustrations that you are expressing that your ministry is not duly funded.
It was not really frustration. I was actually addressing the committee, because the committee is the one that is Parliament that allocates funds. It is not the executive. So I was saying, you people, you have frustrated me as a committee that oversights my ministry by allocating me less funds, which has not enabled me to move around. But people miscrewed it and said, oh, I was against the government. You know, you'll expect.
but you said, oh, even the facilitation that was being done, you know, by the PS. You sounded, oh, this government is really against the cooperatives and MSMEs development in this country. So that is not really the case.
But I think they have now done the right thing. And they have, I'm hoping that when the president ascends to the finance bill tomorrow, I will get enough funds to enable me operate.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And of course, if we had time, we'll have talked about the Hustler Fund. Just you were seeking another. But you can just tell us a bit about that amount that you were seeking also, because people are raising concerns that it's meant to be a revolving fund. Yet that is not really happening. Many people who got the Hustler Fund, they're not really remitting the money as they should.
No, it is. It is a revolving It is a revolving fund, and I can tell you that Kenyans have borrowed over 70 billion through the Hustler Fund. It is working. Despite when it started off, those who received money at the beginning, some of them disappeared because they thought this was political reward for voting for the government. But, you know, one way or another, we are going to get them because we have the IDs. You know, the ID is the central document, so you cannot disappear.
Bonacius, thank you for coming through. We really do appreciate what a trenchant conversation. I wish we had more time to really look and dwell deeper. Next time we'll extend an invite to you. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
We thank you also for your valid company. That's it for tonight. And of course, on behalf of Rhoda Nyumaya and I, we bid you a good night and sleep easy.